Alrighty. This is going to be my first ride. Just picking it up from the dealership. Our new KLE 500. There is Ernest on the Touareg. And we are going to take it on its maiden voyage and see how it rides. She is the game plan. She is pretty. We did buy the bike. The bike is ours. We're not getting paid because we're not that good. $2 miles. Service department put the miles on it.
Right. Camera recording, battery connected. I think they're about ready to roll.
Yeah, her.
Remember how to get the most? Do you know how to get to the start of this track off the top of your head? Here?
You have? Yeah, I mean, I know how to get us to the start, or we can just.
I have the DMD.
Yeah, just put the track on, and I'll take us there. We're gonna go get gas first, or you're gonna get gas. All right.
Yeah. Unless there's some along the way.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, in theory, I should have at least like 40 miles, but I don't remember when I reset my trip meter.
The tripo meter.
Tripometer.
All right.
Get a sweet shot of the old KLE 500 SE. Taking the back way.
Taking the back way, because we're gonna go get you some fuel. It looks like it's got a break-in meter on it.
Oh yeah? Was it just like counting down miles or what?
No, but as I going over 4,000 RPM, it's flashing, so it wants me to stay below that for the first certain amount of miles.
Well, you know what they say about breaking in an adventure bike. Break it in like you're gonna ride it.
We'll give her a few miles, at least 20 miles before giving her the beans.
We're just on the street. Those metal parts wear a bit.
Standing position is good.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks good. Pretty comfortable later in there.
The shifter definitely needs to be adjusted up.
Yeah. Well, I do with my tools. I can do that if I'm stuck in the gas or something. If desired. Yeah, that green frame, man, like,
Yeah, it's
videos
nice.
do not do that justice.
Nope.
It's freaking sick. It's like a green metallic.
Nice dash, ABS off, instantly.
The ground clearance is for real, though. The lack thereof.
Well, it's, like I said, it's 7.3 inches, and that's what the CB500 was.
Yeah, but when you're sitting on it compressed,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the preload set to. You can maybe adjust that, but I mean, it's probably about where it should be. I think they usually set them up for like a 180-pound rider or something. So yeah, the tires and suspension probably later. Or at least get a skip plate. I don't know if like DXP or Molecule make a last one to it yet.
It feels like it has a limiter on it right now.
It might. The ECU is probably programmed for like the first 400 miles or something to
That'll be the first bike that I haven't been able to. Yeah.
Well, if it's limiting you in the off-road stuff, that's not gonna be cool. So initial thoughts on the KLE 500.
All right, so the seating position is not too bad, even for somebody that's 6'2". Ergonomics, like the handlebars, everything's in a good, it's in a good position.
I need to check something. Right, like.
My first bit off-road.
I need to make sure I have my committee in my helmet that didn't fall out at the gas station. Good enough. All right. We're 1 for 2, Bert. 1 for 2 today. Off we go.
Yeah, so the stock seat is not too bad.
They've only been on for 5 minutes.
Well, what I mean is a lot of the bikes, the seating position pushes you so far forward that it feels like you're sliding up on the bike constantly. More like the CB500X, that seat was a whole lot more of a pain, including the Africa Twin. The Africa Twin stock seat was rough too. So yeah. Yeah, tall seat that goes all the way to the back, and this thing will be perfect. But my knee position isn't in such a extreme bend that even right now that, we'll see after 150 miles today what it'll end up doing. But yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful bike for the money. When I walked in yesterday to take a look at it, it looks way, way better in person. This metallic frame, the beautiful white. I needed another white bike.
Well, the colorway makes it. Especially that green metallic frame.
Yeah. I've heard that.
Like that alone is worth it for paying up to the SE just for the looks of it, the aesthetics. It is aesthetically pleasing to the eye.
I'd
say which eye.
The black base would have been my other option, and I would just immediately change the turn signal as soon as I got it home. Because for the US, the base gets those big, ugly bobbles. I think Europe gets LED all the way across the way, so it doesn't even matter. I like how this guy parks his boat in the middle of the road. I need to turn on my bright lights, let everybody see me. The bright light being in the center like that is pretty. How's it look from back there?
Yeah, it's pretty bright. I mean, you could definitely benefit from some yellow daytime visibility lights, but yeah, the turn signals are pretty visible too during the day.
It is a beautiful day in Mount Dora, Florida right now. Florida.
Not like our usual Mexico, Florida, where we do all of our crazy tricks.
Nice and open down there.
Shake the road.
Share. So what's weird is like right now I'm in, the way the gearing is, I'm in 6th gear at 3,500 at 40, and it doesn't feel like you're lugging the engine or anything. I mean, I wouldn't try to throttle up real hard, but I think all the magic is in the top RPM. But based off of Nate's first dyno on his broke-in one, it makes 44 horsepower at the wheel. So that's not bad at all.
Yeah, for a, what is that, like a 449 or something like that? Like
451.
Yeah. I don't know why they call it the 500. Take them around up. The 9 was saying that.
The KLE 451. Nah, it's just a naming scheme to bring back nostalgia to the people who have the old KLEs. From what I can gather from it. The handlebars are like wide like the T7.
It's a heck of a bar ride for all too.
Yep. Yeah, it doesn't feel. Yeah, like a lot of these bikes, when you get them, they don't. You feel like cramped and bent over.
Yeah, I swear, like if they, like the forks in that bike were super short, if they actually had taller forks in there, then you get an extra couple inches of run clearance, I feel like.
So they are 43 millimeter like the old T7, so I'm assuming suspension stuff will be, you know.
Standard. What is it, Chiappa or Shoei or what?
That I don't know.
Shoei.
It's, I don't know what design. I really haven't looked at the suspension because it was kind of a.
Definitely not quite powered.
It's not one of those things I really care about right off the bat because it'll eventually just get swapped. Because I'm sure somebody's gonna make drop-in cartridges like Rally Raid will make them, and then they'll have the the plus 15. Well, I mean the kit for the CB500 total was $1,300.
That's not bad.
No, so, and that was plus 15 mil front and rear, I believe, or plus 20, I can't remember. But that made a huge difference on that bike.
Yeah, when I was looking at the tractive for the 20, well, they didn't even have it for the 25 T7s. I assume it's the same. But it's like 3,500.
Yeah, no, it's the total kits are almost $4,000.
Yeah.
But that's like transformative for the bike. Like it's gonna,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, it turns into a full Torres bike.
Well, I mean, as close as it can be, unless you go to like the 48 mil. The one comment I'll make so far on riding is the bike does not feel heavy at all.
Not top heavy.
I mean, I don't feel it. People are gonna probably say it's top heavy, but I'm like.
Well, it's one of the things where, like, when the bike's at its balance point, you know, you're not supposed to feel anyway. Like, do a little tip test. I mean, it's not that heavy. It's what, like 448?
No, 428.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not really a heavy bike.
The engine's nice and smooth. I mean, I think most of the smaller bikes like this are fairly smooth. Like the Ibex 450 was nice and smooth. The 450 Himalaya was smooth. The CB500 is smooth. And this is, you know, super smooth also.
Parallel twin. They put all-red weights on that thing, probably.
Yeah.
With the rubbers out of
grill.
Vibration wise.
I mean, you feel a little bit of buzz in your feet, but it's not like anything we're not.
Yeah.
I don't know if the clutch will need to be adjusted or shifter up, but shifter right now at 10 miles is a little notchy.
Yeah, no quick shifter on that bad boy.
I mean, I'm sure there's going to be one available for it because it shares all the same stuff as the other bikes, the Ninja. But yeah, I would definitely, I'm just so used to having a quick shifter now.
Yeah. It is convenient, especially when it goes up and down. Yeah, I wonder where you can mount lights on that thing. So it wouldn't require like crash bars or.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to do crash bars on this.
Nah, I wouldn't. Yeah, sometimes usually we're like it's not sitting far out where like the bike does pull over, it's like gonna ruin your lights. Yeah, that'd be an interesting one to take on the S500. Sure, it'd be perfectly fine. Probably even be a comfortable ride up there. Probably better than the C7.
I doubt that. Not with this seat. I can 100% tell you, if I had a Seat Concepts tall seat on it, then yes.
Yeah,
But
with a stock seat, but like, I mean, ergonomics wise, color windscreen and all that. That's a dirt bike.
well, you know, I normally don't take bikes on too many of these first ride ADV off-road or sand like we're gonna hit, just because the tires. So this will be interesting.
You definitely did with the T7. You almost did with the AT.
I did it on the CB500.
Yeah, the CB.
I only made it through the first section and on the AT and was like, no. Those stock tires are just not with my riding capability, or just psyching myself out with it. There's no way. Man, it says I'm getting 183 miles per gallon right now.
3 miles.
185. I feel like it's being a little generous. Don't, you know, I don't know that I'd buy 185 miles. Maybe if the rest of the ride was downhill at barely any RPMs. I'm going. You'll have to catch up to this bad boy. I think Steve Buscemi adjusted these hand guards, because one is up, one is down. It feels like it's geared extremely low.
Lakeshore Boulevard.
Almost at 20 miles, almost time to give her the beans.
This is a beans-free neighborhood, Bert. That is, a little dilapidated there. That's the word I'm going to use for that.
I think that's a good word. All right.
Here.
Here's our first little bit of
Why don't you go ahead?
off-road, and yeah, we'll see how this.
Maybe it's off.
No.
Turn it down. Turn that down.
But I don't think you can turn it off while you're moving this fast either. So. You got to be stopped. Man, it is quite silent. Of course, this guy's in a out in front.
Awesome. Brand new bike. You didn't get insurance yet.
What are you talking about? I had insurance this morning. It cost me for all 4 bikes $650 a year.
For all 4 bikes?
For all 4 bikes.
Yeah, it's not bad. I haven't insured any of mine yet. My current insurer doesn't insure motorcycles in Florida.
Yeah, I have insurance for cars and then Progressive for the motorcycles.
Yeah. I've got the Limo Emo, and he basically just told me to F off. Making a right in the stop design.
Which is
Well,
good.
this is your very first off-road adventure on the KLE 500.
The KLE 500. Oh, we better go. Yeah.
How hard is it to get to the air filter on that bike?
I think you got to pull the tank off.
Yeah, that's
I don't think it's hard to pull the tank off though.
yeah, I wonder if they change it so that it doesn't act. That'd be cool for the big bikes, but it's like the air filter is spontaneous too.
Yeah, it's kind of an afterthought for me. I know that it was underneath the tank, and after that I didn't really care about it. It is what it is. The Transalp's like that. A lot of different bikes are a right pain in the ass to change the filter. Like, I have to lift the tank a portion of the way up to get the filters out on the Africa Twin also.
Yeah,
It says you can do it, but when you're trying to seat them back, it's a nightmare. You might as well just take the extra 25 minutes and a few bolts and the tank pops up and you're good to go. I'm going to slow down and turn off my ABS, because this next section is it is not turning off. That's weird. I don't know. I don't. It's not. The dash light ain't staying on, so I don't know if it's off or not. It's,
What happened? The dash light came on, like an engine light?
no. I mean the turn off for the ABS. When I hit the button, it's not.
No. It's not notified. Yeah.
Right.
It was good? I think so.
I mean, I thought the light would stay on, but who knows? Ooh, that was a little.
Well, you can always jab the rear brake and see what happens.
Nah, I feel ABS.
ABS is on.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
I really wish I'd seen made 40 liters for this bike. I did check, and unfortunately the T7 ones aren't compatible with the Touareg.
No. This stuff's all pretty compact today.
Front wheel, you get a little skinnier there.
Yours did?
Yeah,
Weird.
might have been a little too close to
To the edge.
yeah.
Well, some just hit the skid plate. So at 65, it's a bit more buzzy. Buzzy, yeah. Well, I'm talking about in my feet. Like, I don't really feel it in the handlebars. The other thing is, it's always doesn't really matter how much horsepower this bike has, because you still have to wait for me. I don't know if it's double, like at the wheel, but
I've got 80. And you got what, 44?
51.
Yeah.
It's 51 stock. Like at the engine, like yours is at the engine. The 44 is at the wheel. So essentially, like with the tune, it'll probably be closer to 65 horsepower. Yeah, maybe even, you know, different runners, what are they called? Man. Anyways. I don't know, I can't get over how pretty it is.
Yeah. It looks the part.
All right, let's pull over so we can let you ride it a little bit until the, at least till the off-road section again, because I'm sure you don't want to risk dumping it on the off-road. It stops like really good. Holy shit.
Yeah. For single front disc.
Is there somebody coming?
Nope. They're gonna come over the hill at 60.
right?
Kill the spokes.
Probably it's not the best spot to sit up, I guess. Oh, you might be able to adjust. Well, I don't know if that's break-in or if it's something you can adjust.
Disconnected.
The flashing at a certain RPM. Oh wow, the rear brake on this thing is like stiff.
Just like,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to remember it's a new bike. Yeah, the mirrors are freaking gay, like super gay. Your handguard on the right is like super high.
that's what I said. It looks like
To the left.
a Chevy put together.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing like 48 miles an hour in 6th gear, and it's flashing at me for being at 4,200 RPM. The windscreen's doing a pretty good job even in the low position.
Yeah, no, I haven't had any issues with it. It's in the position that it's in. I may not move it.
Yeah.
Because this is the helmet that I get.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're going on like a long street ride, then you can probably bump it up, but this is actually pretty dang good. I'm getting like side buffeting though, but that's probably just the wind.
Stand in the corner.
Copy.
Limits.
Gotta get used to no quick shifter.
No quick shifter. Like I said, I'm sure they'll end up getting one for it. Because they have for the other bikes.
Yeah, it is. It's a good riding position. I mean, I feel like there's a little less room between the seat and my feet, like the pegs,
Right.
on this bike than on the Touareg, but it's not that bad. So to get you some highway pegs. What is the seat height on this thing anyway? I don't remember.
34.
Oh wow.
It's actually fairly tall.
Well, yeah, I guess. Like in terms of, not like dirt and off-road oriented bikes though.
Well, it doesn't feel as bad because it's such a thin bike.
Yeah. What's the fuel capacity?
4.2, 4.3.
Okay. Pretty good. Yeah, it's just too bad they cheaped out and didn't put like a little USB or 12-volt charger on it. I
I
mean,
think the biggest two complaints I see people say is because they compare it to the IBEX 450 is ground clearance and tubeless.
yeah. Well, I mean, I still think the IBEX 450 owns the 450, you know, lightweight adventure bike class. Especially at that price point. Like, there's just
Yeah,
way
you
too much
figure-
value in that bike for the price.
$6 grand for that, like,
Yeah, it's insane. Like I said, if that thing was out when I was looking for the Touareg, I mean, I could have bought 2 of them. I mean, I love the Touareg. I'm super happy with the Touareg, but it would have been a tougher decision if that 450 was available in the U.S. at the time. Your throttle's got a ton of play in it too.
Yeah.
Like they did not adjust this thing very, like they literally just threw the bike together. But yeah, the ergonomics of the seat I kind of like, you know, how it supports your butt, which I'm sure off-road would be annoying, but for street it's actually kind of nice. It is just on the stiff side. Man, this freaking side wind is crazy.
It is, definitely. Even on that big gallons.
Yeah, it is. Standing position is nice on this.
Yeah, well, go from like sitting to standing. It's like easy.
Yeah. Yeah, and like
Really?
the bar height and everything, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it feels kind of like this.
Yeah. Have to get you some of those tech spec pads.
Yeah.
Or at least PPF or something.
I have PPF that I'll probably just throw on it still in the meantime.
Yeah.
Shape.
Same on the tank. You can see they put a little bit where the seat contacts, but it's too purty to scratch. Yeah, she is super quiet, super smooth. Nice ride.
Mobile phone.
It's even got the fake vents like the Touareg has. Smaller ones.
Yeah, it looks good. Definitely needs a tall seat though. Give it that dirt bike feel.
Yeah, like a flat. Not like a rally seat, but you know.
Like my T7.
Yeah.
Just one piece.
Yeah, that one I like because it has like a little bit of bump, but it's not too bad. Like it never bothers me off-road.
I don't even know if I would bother with a tail tiny. That thing doesn't stick out that far, and I feel like it might look yersy without it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's hard to say.
It's not bad at all.
That was like, look down. Wheel drive cow. Need some speed light soon. Lots of little on to do. First up's gonna be Tyrus.
Yeah. And of course now I've got the Rabiconda. Well, the last time I did the rear on the 350, I did it by hand. I mean, it was kind of a pain in the ass, but it wasn't that bad. I wouldn't want to do the Touareg rear by hand, but so I figured if I can do the rear, I can do the front easier. Yeah, I like that bike with those S1s.
Yeah, so I was watching yours as we were riding over to the dealership, and they said it was so
Well, it's tight, like it's compact.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more like how the T7 makes me feel. The only thing that I really want to see this fucking thing with.
Which way are we going?
We're going right.
Copy.
Yeah, if you want to.
Oh yeah, swap.
Yeah, if you feel comfortable, cool. If you don't.
Nah, I don't want to have your bike. I mean, I can do it, but honestly, I'd rather ride mine on this.
Yeah, I get it.
It's so weird that it's not. All right, so if I hit it once, it flashes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I hit it again, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it's all about. I'm sure there's a trick to it.
I mean, everybody I watched online just
Literally just hit the button.
just hit the button, but I don't know if it stays on or not, and I'm not going to sit there and worry about it. It's not like I'm going to be going like crazy. Yeah, I mean, they've, from the rain and
Yeah, it looks like they all keep rated it or something.
I mean, this is eating all this stuff up like it's nothing.
Yeah. Once you get your tires, we'll try some of that. Like they don't kill the sand and put it together.
Yeah.
It's just weird. I don't know why they did a 21-inch front with a 17-inch rear. It's strange to me.
Look at the wild turkey.
Yeah.
Woo.
Trying to get himself correct.
I must say, but even on this packed down stuff, the front tire seems to be, I don't know, I guess it's more like how the WR250R and those stock tires, they were knobby. They weren't great in deep ass sand, but
Yeah, it's got a little bit of bite to it.
I wouldn't want to lean it over real far because it does not have that side grip. But maybe we just got lucky the way it's flattened.
I think so. Just tacked in low, kind of.
I mean, this is a little weird, but yeah. Yeah, this is like the normal how it feels. We got any cars behind us?
Nope. Nobody's there. Where we parked last time.
It is. And as soon as we did that,
Our truck came.
truck came. Ooh. Yeah, a little far away, but
Pretty decent looking motorbikes.
yeah, first somewhat off-road ride with the 2026 KLE 500
SE.
SE with the,
You paid for that.
that's right, I did.
like people that, no, it's not Mr., it's Doctor.
Next to the Italian gal.
Back up to that area there.
Bright headlight.
Chance.
What's that?
Try not to get a bird in the photo. Alright.
Well,
Let's see. There he goes. Yeah, I feel like you need one of those bars that you have like for the T7 that just runs like across the end of that plastic bearing.
yeah, it'll probably bolt here and here.
Yeah. I don't know, bolting into the ports seems wrong. But yeah, if you keep pair of them S1s, they raised the price on them on Amazon, but I got these, they were $205 when I got these.
Yeah, it's cheap.
It is a very good deal. I was quite pleased.
All right, let me move up 5 feet like the Honda used to do. Let's go like that and hit that. All right, and that doesn't stay on. I don't know if it's supposed to stay on, but let me, oh, that's definitely ABS. Hit it again. I'm gonna go. It's still ABS. Fudge. I don't know.
Okay, he's trying ABS.
Wiggly. We got that wiggle wiggle.
That's a strange little bug, I must say. Going for it. A little sketchy.
The brake is very surprising how stiff and steady it is, the rear brake.
Yeah,
Because a lot of times you press them and they don't do anything. This thing is very,
right. Yeah, adventure bikes are usually squishy, whereas that looks more like a freaking, old school enduro bike.
yeah, it is more like the T7 with the Camel ADV fix.
Yeah, the Touareg is pretty squishy.
I guess I'll pass the truck and then pull over.
Look at that.
Damn it, I got the tinglies.
You got the doomies.
I got the B, the beta alanine tingly linglies. I don't even know what gear I'm in right now. Gotta learn how to ride.
Yeah, I guess I must be asking a little too much of my front wheel today. Like 3 times it's kind of
Washed out.
let loose on me, yeah.
What's it? Pressure.
Nice full pressure, yeah.
Yeah.
And this stuff isn't, it's pretty packed in, most of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot better than it normally is, so it's probably a nicer break-in ride. But the way it feels on these tires, I can only freaking imagine you know,
Good tires on it.
yeah, what it's going to be like with those other tires. I don't know if the bike's buzzing or I am. Woo, little slide action. I don't have my boots on, so I can't really grip. My legs are too long. All right, little mud. Whoa.
Hey there, little buddy. Buddy.
Yeah, this is nice, dude. Like out of the box.
Yeah, like I said, the tires at least have a little bit of bite to them with it. Tread. It kind of reminds me a little bit of those, what I guess they're made out of.
Yeah, yeah.
John on the 898.
Yeah, the factory ones that he did the SM500 on.
Yeah. So what kind of bike that was?
I don't know.
Triumph or something.
A lion wouldn't roll this vehicle, but a tiger would. I mean, it also could be that I've just been riding so much lately that I'm getting a little bit better. I don't know. I doubt it. Yeah, out of the box, it's surprisingly good.
Yeah. Pretty well balanced.
Yeah, I don't like even this. Whoop, front end slid a little bit.
Yeah. After that, like 3 times, I'm taking it a little easier.
Yeah, these tires aren't even as good as those. I felt it go limp like my wiener.
So you try to deliberately avoid the, like the shoulder. I even had it in the damn road. It's a little dusty here.
What's that?
A little dusty here.
Yeah, the back brakes are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the power band in this, even factory, is just kind of like the CB500 on the big bike ride that we did, where you were on your Kobe and I was on the CB500, and we were following T7s and Africa Twins, and we were sticking right next to them just because I was able to ride the CB500 fairly to its edge. Yeah. Sketching out. Weird. Considering those are the tires that you do all the good Ocala riding on.
Well, I think it's easier, like in the Marie's been easier than sand, but this is just like, I don't know, it's like hard pack, but it's spots of stretches where it's loose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here.
You're supposed to paddle through this anyways. I remember the first time I came through this on the CB.
Yeah.
Right up here, I was like ready to have a stroke.
Yeah, because there's a lot of loops around here. I remember this up the hill somewhere.
Well,
On the other side, too.
yeah, at the stop sign where we make the right, that's where it was all like broke up, and those tires are just.
Yeah. Yeah, they for sure came through and redid this. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if they do end up paving it in the next year or two.
I'm surprised it's not done already.
Yeah. Yeah, right here. It's not too bad. Now.
Oh, he's going right. Yeah, even the few sections that we've hit a little bit of sand, I've only had it like feel a little weird one time.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Knock on rubber.
But yeah, everything's like graded and smooth. Need to be standing up.
Yeah.
She's wallowing on this corner.